Up for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll set up a throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back to throw again. And this one is incomplete. The Seahawks had 3 and 8 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, an ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 2nd down. To the air with McCarthy. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. McCarthy going to throw again. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. Here's McCarthy. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Addison will go in motion left. Going for it, here's McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Jefferson going to go in motion right. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now McCarthy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll change things up. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught at the 2. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. As they've got it as we resume action. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is McCarthy. Caught on the right side by Jones. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. They complete it to Hill. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. They'll drop to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart and not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Back to throw again. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Back to throw now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. Throwing again, McCarthy. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
To the air with McCarthy.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Jordan Addison.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left.
Open man downfield is Hill.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
To the left side, catch made by Arroyo.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. He finds Smith and Jigba.
And he will score.